Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Yes, indeed, the markets are going to be opening up here pretty soon, so we're going to take a look at those prices and see what they're doing. It takes about 2 minutes to propagate over there at Kitco. So in the interim, we're going to answer just a few comments before we see what the open is going to be like. Rick Stalin, a talented tongue, says you think gold is overvalued, considering inflation and suppression. You're way off here. Well, I don't know how suppressed gold is, considering it just reached an all-time high, and I mentioned it in this video. Adjusted for inflation, it's reached an all-time high. So I think it's near the top, or at least it's probably overvalued considering what's going on. And it's an unusual circumstance with gold. Could it continue to go up? Possibly. We'll see here. But anyways, let's do a few more. Buy food. All right. Yes, indeed. Get some food. It's always good to be prepared with some food. You're exactly right. Hot-headed Joel says, whatever happened to private mints can't sell Trump rounds. Well, I discussed that in this video. They're not supposed to. But it just depends on what the kind of Trump round it is, I guess. I think as long as it doesn't have his face on it, I think it's fine, or apparently. But the thing is some of these mints, or it could be that these local coin shops bought a bunch of them and took them in, but private mints can't sell rounds now with his face on it, apparently. So I think that's still in effect. But nonetheless, let's see here. Very good. All right. Good to see you guys. Good crowd with us tonight. Welcome, welcome. We've got the Red Crawler is here. Silverista. Gordon Sisk. Godzilla Garage. Love Button. Good to see Love Button. Long time no see. Glad you're here. Let's do one more. Then we'll take a look at the markets from last night's live, or from Friday night's live stream, rather. We have this. Any news about President Trump's crypto adventures? I hear an investigation into his rising net worth is tracking his family's crypto investments. Inquiring minds want to know. I don't know. CBS News, though, is probably not going to be a trusted resource as to the veracity of the charges. But we'll see here. Mark B is here. Good to see Vegas Stacker, Dennis Niemeyer, as we await the markets to open. In fact, they are open now. And let's see if they're showing up over here. Yes, indeed. They are now showing the numbers, and they are up. Gold and silver up slightly in the open, right out of the gate. Platinum and palladium down a little bit. Gold is up $2.30 right now, 0.07% increase for gold. Silver is up 1 red cent. Yes, indeed. Very good. That's where the numbers stand right now. As we watch the flow of the information come through, and we can see that with the Chinese holiday, I don't know if this is looking at Hong Kong markets or what. Shanghai, I think, takes a couple hours to open, so the Hong Kong markets may be what we're looking at here. And so this is why there's not a whole lot of activity. So it may trade relatively light tonight, but hey, anything can happen. And thank you so much. All right, thank you. Thank you, Red Crawler. That is strange. I don't know why they would delete your comments, but it doesn't surprise me. People take the time to comment and then find that the comment is not there. It's really frustrating. So I'm sorry about that, Red Crawler. Appreciate that, my friend. Yes, indeed. Silver Honda is here. Welcome, Silver Honda. B. Taylor is here. Welcome, B. Taylor. And Lenny Bogard says, I feel bullish, so that's why I wanted to keep tumbling. Yes, it would be nice to see prices fall so we can buy a little bit more. Certainly would be very nice. I agree with that. Elliot Scott says, I don't see gold and silver going below 3,030 unless we actually start servicing the public debt, which has never happened. Yes, that's a good point, Elliot Scott. You very well may be right. Although I don't hold as much faith. I think we may see it flirt with numbers below that for a while, but it seems like that's pretty good resistance, doesn't it? Good to see Lessa Anderson. Welcome. Good to see you. Master Blaster is here. And we've got Spring 4522. I have a plan. The key is to stick to the plan. I like that. That's a great plan. Stick to the plan. That's exactly right. And we've got here from Serene 889. says silver manipulation continues. I am buying anything now until it stabilizes. Well, yeah, stabilization, but the thing is, is silver manipulation a part of that stabilization process? I don't know. We'll see. Because if you think it's been going on for a while, what's it going to cause to stop it? I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Let's see here. All right, Brian Maurer is here. Good to see you. And let's see. Okay. We're watching these markets move here. Patriatora Terra says here, buy. It's a good time to buy when the price is down. And right now, the price is up. Silver is actually fighting against silver's fighting against gold right now. Silver's up 2 cents, $32.10 right now. Man, it's crazy. Just a few days ago, it was over $33 an ounce. Now it's back down. But it's showing some resiliency here in the trading where gold is down $1.20 right now. So there it is. All right. So there it is. Platinum is down 4. Palladium is down 3. Very good. Let's see here. All right. Whoa. Oh, my goodness gracious. A wisdom tooth getting pulled out for Silver Honda. Wow. Man. Hope it all goes well. Hope it's not impacted for you. Let's see here. We got RM 1042 says that I saw a silver round at my LCS yesterday with the iconic Trump image when he survived the assassination attempt. I should have bought it. Yes, that's right. Yes, indeed. Yes, I hope. And that was probably one that was kind of banned, cease and desist from some of these private mints we talked about earlier. Good to see you guys. Silver Heist is here. Good to see you. Dale McCombs is with us. Jamie Fox is here. And very good. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Signup says silver is more important than gold. For everyday life, you're right. As far as it's got over 10,000 uses. In fact, one can make the case that other than iron and copper, it is probably the most important metal out there. And iron and copper are only more important because of the volumes needed for our daily lives, whereas silver is important because of the variety of uses, the versatility of the metal. Okay, let's move forward. We've got this from Johnny Stacker says, even if the crypto is backed by gold, you don't hold it, you don't own it. Simple as that. Exactly right. In the end, that's really what it's about. Owning it, for sure. There's some risk involved, but it's still better than fiat currencies, which what you do have dissolves before your very eyes. And General Less Death says, I recently went in on another 100-ounce bar and have no regrets. I bought my last ounce of gold back at $2,400 an ounce, but since then, I've been all in on silver since the gold to silver ratio is so out of whack. No regrets here. I've been buying 20-ounce bars, 25-ounce, 10-ounce. I've already got a buttload of coin tubes like eagles, but now I'm at the point where I'm just working on sheer volume and most weight for my dollar. There you go. That's some hardcore stacking happening there. Very good. Welcome, Robert Gamp and the Super Skate. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. F37 Metal, then we'll check the markets again. F37 Metal says this. Great video and nice silver spread. Appreciate that. I like to try to show different silver pieces in the videos. I bought over $120 worth of 90% silver coins on eBay last night. I only paid a little over $1 over melt price. Happy days are here again. Way to go. Congratulations. Yeah, hopefully it's not fake and hopefully bought from a legitimate dealer. But yes, indeed. Exactly right. Very good. Okay. All right, there we go. I would be happy to oblige, Silver Honda. Yes, indeed. I hope all goes well with your extraction tomorrow. That's man. Hopefully it'll go smooth for you. Yes, indeed. All right, we've got this here. Silver Hot-Headed says, Silver will go down much further as we head into the hot summer months. That is reality. Well, you don't know if it's reality or not, hot-headed Joel. You don't know. We've been surprised before. It could happen. It's possible. But it's not a sure thing. I did a video this morning that was some information that could lead into the opposite direction. I hope you all will check it out. How we could see $40 silver by summer. You all should check that video out if you get a chance. Posted it this morning. A lot of people missed it. A lot of people missed this evening's video too. The algorithm has not been kind to the channel, so if you don't get notifications by pressing the notification bell, I hope you will consider bookmarking the channel page and just checking every day, because I post videos every day. And usually it's news related, so you'll probably hear, if not here first, I'll be one of the first to report on it. Anarchist Greg, the price of products never goes down, always up. That's right. That's what inflation is about. For sure. Let's take a look at the markets now again. So far, silver showing some resilience here tonight. It's up 3 cents, where every other metal is down. Gold down $2.10, platinum down 4, palladium down 3. There it is. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, Lori Smith, thank you. Yeah, it's interesting because there's two different things that very well could lead silver going up to $40 by summertime. It's pretty intriguing, and you know, we think about what moves the price of silver and why it's so far separated from gold. Well, in that video, I discussed the situation where there was sort of a paradigm shift of thinking as to what could lead it up. So I hope you will check that out. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's get over to this. My kid is a grandmaster, says gold is without a doubt one, if not the most collectible and desired precious metals out there. Yes, it sure is. And there's no question about that. Central banks certainly know that. All right, very good. We've got MTB Maniac says, should we buy gold when we are retiring in 9 years, or should we focus on something else? You know, it's hard to say at this point, especially if I'm feeling like gold may be slightly overvalued at this point. I don't know. I really don't know. 9 years is a long enough time that it may not be a bad idea to put some of your money in gold, at least to stabilize your purchasing power between now and retirement. I think at the very least it's going to do that, even if it does pull back from its highs. And if, you know, whether or not it's overvalued or not, people can debate, but nonetheless, we'll see. All right. Yes. Very good. Let's see here. But good question there. Good question. Mark Williams, great show, Sal. Love the awesome silver display along with the info, stack and hold. Exactly. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Andy Gold in the chat says, PAMP is no longer shipping products in North America because of tariffs. No more PAMP. My mint dealers' pre-orders were all canceled. And more focused on European markets. Very interesting. Wow. And gold and silver are not part of the tariffs, so I don't understand why they're not doing that. But anyways. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Good evening to Maria. Good to see you. Yes. Being a very interesting week. I don't know what the Asian markets are looking like, of what parts of them are still closed down from the Chinese week-long holiday. But we'll see. Rob Moran is here. Good to see Rob Moran, Hamilton Informant. Good crowd with us tonight as we watch these markets and answer some of these comments. We've got Pepper Poor 888 says this. They say possession is 9/10 of the law. If you're concerned on having it stored at home, bury it like a pirate. Yes, indeed. Well, that may not be the best thing, too. That may be even worse, depending on how and where you bury it. But yes, indeed. All right. Let's see. Very good. Crusty White Bread is here. Good, folks. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Now let's get back over here and see what we've got over this way and answer another comment before we get back to the markets again. We've got this one from James Campbell as we watch these markets move. Says, I stopped at a pawn shop and found a 250-gram Germania silver bar for $285, which works out to be about $32 per ounce. Very good. It blew my mind that they sold 2 grams of gold for $85 per gram, so I picked those up, laid away the bar. Thank you for your video. Sell, there are deals to score. Just got to look around. Exactly right, James. And congratulations on finding it. That is incredible. Very, very good. All right, let's see here. Quantum Resin is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Michael K is here with us as well tonight. Good to see Michael. And let's see here. We've got Bob KL3S is here and says, your gold in some other man's vault. Backed BS bondage. Why not store Tether's gold in Sal's vault? Maybe mine would be safer. There you go. Yes, yes, indeed. Certainly a lot of controversy surrounding storage of precious metals. Hello, Mario. Welcome. Good to see you. Shotgun Susie is here. Joe Cavey is here. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Salgorithm from World Money Wins. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Check out World Money Wins channel. The Germanium Mint copper bar looked awesome in your video. Thank you so much. Yes, it's still wrapped in the plastic. I like that thing. That's cool. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Silver is so bad a buy. I rarely know why people buy it, and it's so manipulated. Well, Stephen Whitfield, stick around and check my playlist on Silver Basics to learn about silver, because there's more to do. But hey, whoa! Thank you so much. The first super chat in the last 2 live streams. Sal Mortimer Sal has been very kind and says, good day, Uncle Sal. Doge has exposed government fraud, which is a crime. Do we have any idea when we will see indictments? Turn those machines back on, turn those machines back on. That's a good question. My guess is probably there's so much. They're so busy, probably the Department of Justice. It's like a massive queue. So where those fall in line in terms of the queue, in terms of investigations, is something that is likely is going to take a while. You got to build a case. You gotta submit all the evidence and everything like that. So some people say that Pam Bondi's been really slow at certain things, but my guess is probably there's a lot to go through. They're getting the more serious crimes, the ones that actually hurt people physically and what have you, and dealing with those first and then going through. But we'll see here. We'll see. But a good question indeed, and thank you so much for your kindness. First super chat in a couple of days. Thank you, my friend. One of the possibilities is here. Good to see you. We've got one Loft Racing says here, more likely to trade at $28, possibly $25. I do not understand why people are talking the silver market up. Logic tells me it's more likely to go down. Well, I would love to know what logic that is. The summer doldrums or something that can come through, but what about what I said in this video that doesn't make sense to you? That it can move up to that. And again, I've of course, I'm also open to the possibility that it could go back down, but I don't think it's going to go down by that much, but we'll see here. All right. So we'll see. All right. Stretch says here, and that's why tech companies are doing everything possible to keep the silver price down while they use it all up. A lot of people feel that's the case. It was with the banks, and then we've got the, we've got the banks, and now the tech companies. James O'Neill Brown with some emoticons here for support. Thank you, sir. Gold is money. Oh no, well, another sign of a failing currency. Yes, exactly. When you take the coins away, that's for sure. Silver Ice, we got 101 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Nesmaniac is here. We got Ricky is here. Tony Coriel. And let's see here. And let's see here. We got the Chuck and Plata. And then we'll take a look at the markets, at the Chuck and Plata's comment here. Let me get over to this. He says, Sal, you asked this before, but I also have asked many, whom do you trust and whom is that your faith anchored in? Over 8 years ago, listen to the Golden Jackass talk about each of the 50 states having its own central bank, gold-backed. Each state would have its own currency, accepted only in that state, and there would be a national currency accepted in all 50 states. I mentioned this to you, and you told me I don't see that happening. Do you still hold your insight to that, or does your digestive discerning something else? Yeah, that was 8 years ago. Well, Chuck and Plata, you probably have missed my videos documenting a move in that very direction. So you were right. I didn't see that happening at the time, but it looks like it is a much closer of a possibility now. It's called the revolution for sound money. So I think it is a possible that we may see that. All right, let's see here. And let's see here. 66 Sam says, "Is that a translated Liberty coin? Am I missing in some Bud Light?" That is the 2015 American Liberty, the first year of issue. One of many says everything will go up in price. The only thing that will go down in price is American wage. Yes, I guess overall averages, but they're actually up. But still, when you take into account for inflation, you can make a cogent argument that it is going down. All right. Let's see here. Jam Unleashed is here. Welcome, Steve C. Glad to see you guys. Appreciate you. Glad you're here tonight. Silver Squeeze. Yes, indeed. Is the silver squeeze over? Or we've just begun? I don't know. Let's take a look here at the markets again. We've got now gold is down just 50 cents now. It was down a little bit more earlier in the night, but silver has sustained above. It went down 1 cent, I think, previously, but it is now, or flatlined, it is now up 3 cents. The $32.11 for silver tonight. Yeah, crazy. Joey Libs is here. Good to see you. Stacker Factor is here. Exciting market watch tonight. I'm always crazy watching a show at 3 in the afternoon here in the west side. All right. Yes, indeed. It is still early in the west side of the United States where Stacker Factor is. But thank you, brother, for tuning in. It is a wild night indeed. Silver is holding on strong, but I think it's going to be relatively light trading. We're going to check and see what the volume is at the top of the hour. Not yet. Because that'll give us a fuller picture of what it's like compared to when they closed. So stay tuned. But it looks like it's probably fairly light trading here, but silver showing some resiliency. James O'Neill Brown with some more algorithmic emoticons. Appreciate that as always. Willa on the 7.7 tons. Who else is stockpiling gold? Pretty interesting stuff. If you can't put it in your hands, you don't own it. More and more people are learning this. Indeed, they are, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. And let's get to the next comment. Welcome, Dennis Niemeyer. Bill 457 is here. And let's see. We've got this from Rick's Talented Tongue. Says this. Central banks buying gold at record price, yet the price continues to drop. There's no correction. The price is still suppressed by thousands of dollars. The paper dumps can be done infinitum. Well, until people lose faith in it, people participate in it. It's going to work as long as people participate in it. And so, yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna go until people. That's just it. That's why I'm not so quick to just run and blame everything on manipulation or suppression. A lot of people participate. A lot of individuals participate in it. How can you make the case? There's no real evidence of a cabal of institutions keeping the price of silver down. All this high frequency trading and a lot of that stuff happens really more with programmed. It's programming. It's all it is. People set ticker alerts. The price goes up above a certain amount, then sell. Goes below a certain amount, then buy. A lot of people have that stuff set up. So I think that's really where it is. But again, I'm open to it, and I think there's some. There's the existence, the mere existence of the derivatives is sort of a suppressive force in and of itself. But I think that's really it. And of course, obviously, what the Fed does, the Federal Reserve, is they are manipulating the dollar, which in turn is a suppressive force when it strengthens against gold. All right, I agree with that, Steve C. Not a big fan of them. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's right. Yeah, yeah. And you know, and that's just it. That the banks trade, but they're trading on behalf of individuals, right? Stacker factor. I think that's the thing. The key is individuals are behind those futures trades. And people make the argument, well, J.P. Morgan is the largest custodian of silver. Yes, but that silver wouldn't be there if individuals were not buying those ETFs or the futures or anything like that. You know, it's crazy. But anyways, but we'll see what happens. But even if it's the case, what's to stop them? Nothing has stopped them for so long that there's nothing going to stop them from here on out. You know, I don't know. The banks own those futures contracts. Okay, interesting. But there's traded. Well, I have to look and see. All banks are bad banks. Yes, indeed. They sell to each other. Okay. Interesting. You have to look into that. So can individuals buy futures? I've never bought a future, so I don't know. Can individuals buy futures? Or is futures only left to the banks? Jean Lefevers says this. Yes, Texas has the gold we got from the U.S. when we joined the Union. 15 million for our outlier territories. Parts of Oklahoma and Kansas are parts of other states. We stored at Fort Knox with the U.S., but recently took possession. All right. Yes, and now the state of Texas has its own. They have their own. Let's see here. That's about 5 that swap to each other. They trade between themselves. So when you say yes, does that mean that individuals can buy futures? Let's see here. All right, yep. Spectacular, yep. Spectacular, check him out. Spectacular recently got 100,000 subs. He's going to be getting a plaque soon. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And let's get, okay, Matt Bittner with an emoticon here. Appreciate that, sir. Okay, let's see here. We've got Gary Quino 223 says gold is so extremely undervalued that it squeaks from being so tight. It should be around $140,000 to $220,000 an ounce, considering the worldwide debt spiral of over $800 trillion derivative to $600 trillion hedge fund debts that are blowing up our faces. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that would require a collapse of everything, I would think. Oil just tanked, says Red Crawler. Let's see what oil is doing now. That's interesting dynamic. Oil is tanking. Let's see here. Wow, it's down over 3% to $56. That's crazy. That's an interesting development. How will that play on gold and silver prices? Well, so far they're up right now. But yes, indeed. Let's see. Crazy, crazy. Wow. Let's take a look here if I can get my mouse back. Good reporting. Good eyes on that. Oil is tanking. It's falling dramatically, down over 3%. Now gold is up and silver is up 4 cents now. And so yes, indeed. All right. Individuals can buy futures, but banks own huge amounts and trade back and forth, basically neutralizing the free market price of silver with their volume. Okay. And JM Lee says individuals can buy futures contracts, but they typically do so through a registered broker. Individuals cannot directly purchase or sell futures contracts through the exchanges. All right. So the big banks have it. Very good. Trading futures is easy if you have the cash. The tricky part is finding a brokerage which allows you to take physical possession if that's what you want. All right. Very good. Thank you for the information on that. Okay. And so the banks hold much larger volumes of it and trade within each other. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's see here. So there they are. Metals are up, gold and silver up slightly, and that's part of this may be the reaction to what's going on with the with this. Some of this very well could be the reaction to the oil price taking a pretty big hit right now. It's down almost 4% right now to $55.97. That's an interesting development here, and yes, indeed. Silver is the only thing that's not increased in value in 45 to 50 years. Well, yeah, and I would disagree with that when you look at the overall performance over the last 45, 50 years. It's kept up with inflation. There's been times when it is not, but the futures market, I guess, if it's mostly held by the banks, and that isn't a good argument to have. Spectacular! Whoa, spectacular! Just dropped a massive bunker buster of 20 Salivate Metal gift memberships in the chat. Thank you, my friend. Wow. Thank you, Spag. Boom, Shalaka. Wow. Thank you, my friend. Look at that. If you receive one of those from Spectacular, give him a warm thank you. Very kind of you. Wow. Very cool. All right. Yes, indeed. So these should, so I guess these big banks should be, I guess, well, I don't know. I guess it's legal, right? I don't know. Because whatever they're doing is legal. But anyways, it's causing the price to go down or stay down or what have you. But within what causes it to go up? Like what we saw recently. I don't know. It's interesting. But thank you, Stacker Factor, for the information. And oh, Stacker Factor just gifted a Salivate Metal gift membership. Wow. Very cool. And now gold is down. So there it is, kind of a mixed bag here. Silver is up 4 cents. Gold is down. But very good, all right. Willie Spencer is smiling at us. Thank you, Willie. And we've got this from Riot Rick. Silver, ignore gold. Ratio will eventually return to at least the 1940s ratio when it takes another 10 years. I doubt it will ever get to the mining ratio ever, though. I agree with that. I don't think that's going to happen either. Gold could plummet to fix the ratio. Silver is still low in price. I would feel safer with a huge stack of silver than gold. You know, it makes you wonder why they weren't able to do the same thing with gold. I guess central banks with the future compared to the futures, central banks buying it compared to the futures market, it was too much pressure for them to hold that back, right? Or to what have you. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. Yes, thank you to James Unleashed for posting a link to Stacker Factor's channel. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I saw that, Mark B. It's pretty wild. It's crazy. All those dimes fell everywhere. All right, RM, be your own central bank is the best advice you ever gave us, Sal. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoyed that. Yep, that's the best way to empower yourself, that's for sure. Be your own central bank. And I don't like the idea of futures trading, because it's betting on where the price is going to be in the future, or, you know, it's crazy. I'd rather just, you know, buy it what the price is now, and if it goes up, it goes up, it goes down, it goes down. It's crazy. I guess that alone itself is sort of a manipulating factor. All right. Zardoz with an algorithmic peering in there. Thank you, sir. Brad Wheeler. I bought 10-ounce silver bar today on my LCS. I'll buy when it's up. I buy when it's down. It's the only way I can save money. Thank you for your videos. Having extra knowledge as a stacker is crucial. Indeed. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Littlefoot Silver Stacker. What's the big deal? It's fiat currency just like the rest of what they offer us. Yes, but there's something about the physical nature of what they are that is now eating its own because of the it costs more to produce it. And that's really where the problem is. That's an indictment on our system, for sure. Yes, indeed, it is. Let's see here. And I bet on the future, Sal. I'll live for one more day. If I lose, well, I won't have to pay anyways. That's true. I guess in that way we kind of do bet on the future with our own lives. But what about the markets? You know, it's crazy. These futures markets. I would love to see the stats on that. That's just nuts. And what are the rules for futures trading as opposed to the trading ETFs? You know what I mean? That would be very interesting. I guess the ETFs maybe are the more open way to buy paper versions of silver because it's not the actual futures market. It's a betting on it's the exposure to silver's price. That's what the ETFs are about. Well, Big Test Unit just gifted 5 Celebrate Member gift memberships. Thank you, my friend. Look at that little mini train going on there. Thank you so much, Big Test Unit. Very kind of you. All right, let's do here from One Loft Racing. There is no silver squeeze support at 28 with the resistance 34 silvers in range. It's quite possible we stay in that range for the rest of 25. It is possible, considering that what you're looking at there. That is quite possible for sure. I agree with that. Although I think there's a path to $40 if what I talk about in this morning's video happens. The 1313, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. End of story. That's right. In the end, that is true. That is true. All right. Let's take a look here. What's happening? Remember, at the top, we're waiting to the top of the hour to look at the volume because I don't think the Asian market is fully open right now. I think some parts of the market, like Japan's, I don't know if the Japan market's included in this. The Hong Kong market, Bangkok, who knows? But China very well may be closed. I don't think China opens up until later, though, anyway, usually. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. All right. Let's see here. Let's get over to this. So silver now up a nickel tonight. And gold up 60 cents, 32.44. So there it is. The question is will there be summer doldrums or will we be surprised and see silver start to pick back up along with gold? We'll see. Mr. E is here. Bought enough core stack and picked up. It's rare. It's back to core when I can afford both gold, silver, and fractional gold. Very good. Nice. Nicely done. All right. Let's see here. So platinum and palladium are both down and have been down the whole night, by the way. They've been down the whole night. We've got roller skating sag actor. It's been a little while since we've seen roller skating sag actor. He says here the U.S. Mint lowered their price on gold a few days ago. So yesterday I picked up a 2025 proof quarter ounce for $1,090. JM wants $100 more. Yeah, your best bet for any modern current year of issue U.S. Mint products is to buy them directly from the mint. You definitely don't want to buy them from a dealer, that's for sure. All right, let's see here. Okay, Mark Thornton says the Chinese people are on holiday still. I think they come back from holiday tomorrow, which might be today. So it could be that they are coming back today. So we'll find out. We'll see. Yeah, I knew it was about a week that they were off, so very good. 10-ounce silver bar today. Congratulations, JD. Very good. All right, I made it. Where is that thumb? There you go, Gone Marbles. Welcome, Nickel Stacking is here. Drude says, silver is more than just a hedge of inflation. Yep, I do agree with that in theory, but I think we should look at it primarily as that and keep our expectations realistic about it in that regard. PC Coinstar is here. All right. Emerald Coast Stacker is with us. A lot of good folks here. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Let's get some more comments in here, and then we'll take a look at the markets again and see what we've got. Crusty White Bread with some white bread and the emoticons. Very nice. Appreciate that. That's his way of feeding the algorithm. Definitely much needed, especially in the last week. Let's see here. Bob Silver, make a treasure chest out of an old weathered wood, fill it with 90% silver coinage, and stick your hands in it and hold a handful a few times a day. The law of attraction will give you more. Also, keep a silver dollar in your pocket throughout the day and show it to people. Yes, indeed, that's right. I've got a couple of carry pieces with me. And one of them is my Silver Eagle, which has worn off a full 10th ounce of silver from my carrying. Very good. All right, there you go. All right, and One Loft Racing is here, and he says it's quite possible we have already seen the year's highs for gold at 3,500 and silver at 35. That is possible. That is possible. And your comment, I do agree with that. We may have seen the highs. Although I know a lot of people disagree with this, but it is quite possible. But I do think there is a path potentially for silver. I'm a little bit more bullish on silver than I am gold right now. But still, you could be right. Michael Bones' receding hairline. Would you support the appointment of Avenged Sevenfold guitarist Sinister Gates as U.S. National Security Advisor? Oh man, it depends on where his politics lie. I have no clue what the Avenged Sevenfold, if they're conservatives or liberals. But anyways, yes, indeed. Sell in May and go away. What about these deliveries? That's the one thing they're talking about. May could be a wild month. I did a video about that because of all these contracts that came due at the beginning of the month. What's the deal with that? I haven't really kept up with it, but so far it doesn't seem to be bearing out to be much of a thing, has it? It's crazy. All right. Very good. All right, let's see here. And Kunundo says, I don't understand your security concerns. Yes, it's a full gold stack, how to make your stack secure and safe video. He says, I don't understand your security concerns. You have only coins. If they were banknotes, then yes, you should be concerned. With the current crazy cost of living, who cares about coins? Well, Kunundo, you have a lot to learn. And the thing is really, the first thing you should learn is look at the title of the video. And look at what's in the video. You see that color they are? Those are gold coins. They're worth a lot of money. So, it's called gold. And the thing is banknotes. If I was to hold banknotes at the year I started stacking that silver and stockpiled enough banknotes for the value of the gold at that time through the course of time, then I would have no security concerns because it's not enough money for anybody to take. To be that concerned about, to risk taking it. These are gold. This is real gold here. I think this is somebody who just came off the internet came off YouTube and just found it and know nothing about precious metals, but he probably hasn't been paying attention to the news, and that's fine. But hopefully, hear this response, and the answer is look at the title, watch the video, and these are gold coins. Okay, right. Almost 200 ounces of them. There is a real security concern, that's for sure, with that. Oh, look at this here, folks. Just got this in here from Michael K. $7.77. 777 here for Lux out. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Michael K. Very creative. Thank you so much, my friend. A PayPal friends and family. Those are extra special because there's no fees taken out. YouTube takes 30% of the fees, and no taxes either. So thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. All right, and yes, India and Pakistan are starting to heat up as well too. Apparently, there was some a little bit of skirmishes that happened there. If India versus Pakistan goes really bad, gold 4,000, silver $60 because they're both nuclear powers, right? Both are nuclear powers, and that would cause great concern if things go really bad. I could see that happening, yes. Especially when we have a hot war in Ukraine still, and the war in Israel really is not done yet in Gaza. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Thank you again, Michael K. I appreciate that so much. Whoa, look at this. Oh, my goodness gracious. Whoa, from CCT, 1776. Freedom is something we are losing here in the United Kingdom. Thank you, CCT. A little from Independence Day with these numbers. Wow, symbolic indeed. Thank you so much, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Yes, and I do pray for the nation of Britain. It's crazy. Wow, man. Thank you so much, my friend. All right. So nickel stacking says 180 nukes in India. India has 170 nukes for Pakistan. Wow. Yep, that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. And thank you again, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Very kind of you indeed. You all should check out CCT's channel, by the way. A great member of the community. And post some great content for sure. Thank you, my friend. Very, very kind. Let's see here. All right. Matthew Holbrook says here, the movement of a few cents is nothing. Well, and the thing is that look at what happened that day. If it's 90 cents, that's a lot. And by the way, if it's a few cents and gold goes the other way, it's an even bigger deal, as I mentioned before. But yes, indeed. And remember, when I do these market reports, it's about what has happened on a given day. So that's the metric. All right. Very good. Let's see here. We got David McKenzie says, have silver as backup for my savings. What's in your wallet? Exactly. Wise move. Indeed. All right, on the video from this morning, unfortunately, 40 plus isn't happening for silver anytime soon. Yet alone this summer. I believe once the smoke clears on our U.S. policies, metals will make a big correction. All right, yes. That very well could happen. That's true. Although, do not underestimate if the economy improves or stabilizes and demand for silver keeps up as well, then I think that it's going to have a pretty big impact. Because my analysis is sort of assuming that things are going to normalize and demand for silver going to pick up and economic conditions come back together. So we'll see here. All right. Let's see here. LLC deal Neil something is crazy. Says here, these players have been buying gold. This is not new. It's a reason for some of the uptick in spot pump and dumping. Go explore so crazy. Yes, but then now they've amassed 7.7 tons. That's a big number. That's a pretty big deal. I didn't know this before. Found out about this story. Thank you so much, Native Stacker. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. John Knox is here. Good to see you. There's Freaking Awesome. It's been a little while since it's been Freaking Awesome. Since we've seen Freaking Awesome. Good to see you. Adam West. Adam West comes in and says, if the dollar becomes worthless, do you think digital currency will take over? It's not worthless at the moment, but it will be eventually. I also think the crypto will be backed by gold. I think what's going to happen is the dollar is going to be reformed or reset at some point down the future. A revaluation of the dollar itself. And it could be that that may be part of a gold back system or just a resetting of everything around a CBDC or a combination. Who knows? I think that's what's going to happen. The dollar is not going to truly die. It'll just be retransformed. It'll be reset. Good evening, Carrie Taryn. Good to see you. All right. Now we've got Stephen Higby says, this is not surprising that more companies are starting to hold gold instead of dollars. The more money you hold, the poorer you become. That's right. It does seem to be the case. If you just hold dollars outright, and I do encourage people to have some just in case of an emergency, it's worth that risk. But anyways, it is a losing proposition. It is a losing proposition in the long run. All right. Yeah, the dollar index is now below 100 right now. It's at 99.91, down slightly. Very good. Pamela Rice is here. Good to see you. Good crowd tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. And if you don't mind, after this live stream is over, check out the videos I posted today. I think you might find it kind of intriguing. I-Dash says here, why bother with so much headache for a $4 gain in silver from 32 to 36? You can get that in one day from stocks. Ridiculous waste of time and life. Well, this is the tired argument of trying to compare silver to stocks or Bitcoin or anything else. There's no comparison. Who's Endeavors? Welcome, Who's Endeavors. Good to see you, my friend. There's Tiger Stacker. Tiger Stacker posted a great video on Geiger bars you should check out. Oh, yes, you're not going to want to miss that video either. So, yes, indeed, there's no comparison to stocks. That's not what silver's about. Silver's not there to make you rich. Silver's not there to make gains for you in terms of the moves. Is about preserving your wealth over the long course of time. Yes, there are price fluctuations, but that's not what it's about. Silver stackers stack to hold in the physical form, risking the premiums they paid for them, knowing that it's wealth outside of the system because it's been money for thousands of years. That's the difference. Philibus, welcome. Good to see you. All right. All right, let's see here. Mark Razor is with us. So good to see Mark Razor tonight. FX9R, silver is more manipulated than bread dough. Yes. A lot of people feel that. And again, I'm more open-minded to it. Stacker Factor talk about the futures. It's mostly banks are in the futures market. Stacking Benjamins is here. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, playing the ratio is a bit risky, though, but you can do that. You can play the ratio. And the best place to play the ratio is with ETFs, right? All right. Reefer Gill, not to sound cynical, but I greatly dislike his channel. I've only blocked 2 bullion related channels. That's his and Ron's Basement. Wish him the best. All right. Well, thank you for posting your thoughts there. I don't want to speak ill. I think he's going to be coming back, but I hope you'll watch this channel. Let's see here. We've got one of many. Why do they call it piggy bank equals war pigs? And soon they will own all the pennies in the world. Yes, good point. Indeed. Over here is here. Heard South African Mint may be running out of silver. Interesting. I've not heard that. Wow. If there's a news story on that, can you send it to me? Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Michael K. with some algorithmic emoticons, which I appreciate greatly. Kookaburra Man, hopefully Gold Chick is all right, and the Lord did not call her in her final resting place. I'm hoping so. It's been a long time since we've heard from Gold Chick. I hope she's all right. Yes, indeed. Earl B1 says this. Just keep buying. I don't know what everybody else's beliefs are, but I believe in metals. Regardless if the collapse of our government doesn't happen, this is something that we can hold and pass on to our next of kin. F what the market say, high or low, just keep your own pace and keep buying. And holding especially is the big thing here, but for sure. Yes, indeed. Hold on to your metals. All right. Sooner or later, it will pop. Yep, a lot of people feel that it is overdue for a big move up. You're right, Lulu Luckies. And gold is already in correction, says Jamie Long. And let's see, tonight, we saw some signs of it very slightly, but it is now up $1 right now. Gold up $1 to $3,244.60. Silver up a nickel, $32.13. Platinum and palladium are both down $2 each. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Yes, I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, the video I posted this afternoon, especially, I think you're going to like. If you guys get a chance to check it out, we're going to answer some of the comments from it, but it's about stacking smart with your silver. Yes, indeed. So I hope you will check that one out. Pang 671. When I think of Samsung batteries, it reminds me of why I bought my first phone, our iPhones, because Samsungs were literally catching fire. Yes, I've owned Samsung for a long time, and I've not seen any issues with it yet, but that's a problem. All right. Pamela Rice, I don't think so. I discussed that on my channel too. I think those reports were greatly exaggerated by CoinWorld. I hate to say that because CoinWorld is usually a pretty trusted source, but I don't think they like Trump over there at CoinWorld. But anyways, Joe Well says here, he rides into town on the back of a silver eagle. Written by Gary Church and Freddie Powers. Sang by Merle Haggard. Wow, interesting. All right. Silver Eagle. Maybe that's a horse. All right. Okay. Let's move forward here and see what we've got. With this comment from Christopher Patrick on this morning's video about $40 silver. If you've not seen this one, check it out. I think I made a fairly compelling case. It's not to say that it's going to happen, but I made in comparison with what another analyst said, I up the ante with it on this video about why silver is going to go to could go to $40 by the summer. Sovereignty edges out journalism to win the 151st Kentucky Derby. Chunk of Gold came in 9th place, and Coal Battle in 11th. Publisher came in 14th. Citizen Bowl 14th. All right, that's the Kentucky Derby. All right. Welcome, Alma Balls. Good to see you. Okay, let's see here. We've got Gene Carbonneau on older video, Dangers of Precious Metals IRA. Video that I did some time ago. I regret purchasing a precious metal IRA. I switched to one in October 2022. The ones that were advertised on TV with famous spokesmen should be avoided. Instead of getting bullion, they push proof for smaller quantity pieces with high premiums and commissions. I was pushed to buy 4 American Eagle proof sets, which is only 1.85 ounces. Bought 4 of these with a total of 7.4 ounces. Was charged $27,900. Wow. That's about $3,775 an ounce. Spot price at the date of purchase was $16.99. Also, I was pushed to buy 32 quarter-ounce gold Australian florins. I paid $702 per coin. Wow. In the process of correcting this horrible error, to those who stayed away from them, good for you. Well, it's not really that much of an indictment on the Precious Metals IRA company. It's about what they were forcing you to buy. I think that's the problem. You have to do your own due diligence and research before buying precious metals. The channel sponsor here is Summit Metals. They mostly sell lower premium. They have some collectible pieces too, but they mostly sell lower premium pieces. So check out summitmetals.com and check out other dealers too to see if you can find the best priced. All right. Let's see here. You guys are awesome. Glad you're here. And CB is here. Welcome. He was here before, but I don't know what was your account before, because I don't recognize the name. Master Blaster is here. 79. I do recognize that one. There's 79. We've not seen her in a hot minute. That's right. We've not seen 79 in a hot minute, which means that it's only been about 58 seconds, because that's a hot minute. So that means we've seen her very recently. I saw her a minute ago, or 58 seconds ago. Jamon Lease, thank you for posting a link to Summit Metals. And thank you for encouraging 79 to put up a video of her in a bikini talking about precious metals and why silver is the best metal in the world. So thank you for encouraging her to do that. I appreciate that. There's Pamela Rice still with us. One of the only. We love Pamela Rice. She's here. And Jack says here, JP Morgan sells fake paper silver. When the price gets too high, they can keep the price low so they don't lose money. That's the shorts, right? How much of the shorts is involved with the futures trading? I would love to know that. Maybe that's the key in the ticket. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah. David McKenzie. Still buying, sell, don't care what the markets say anymore. Liars and thieves running the paper trail. Yes, indeed. Yep. Exactly. I don't mind cheaper silver. Yep, I don't either. It's more for us to get the physical. And that's the risk about it, right? When the price is low, it runs a psychological thing where people either don't give into it and they buy more or what have you. And now gold is down 80 cents, but silver stayed up strong. We're nearing the top of the hour. We're going to look at the volume of trading here in just a moment. But Philip Bus says here, what do you think about the precious metals IRA that is done by SD Bullion? I know nothing about it, honestly. My guess is probably, since it is an actual bullion dealer that many of us know in the community, that it's legitimate. I think that even Summit Metals has a affiliation, or as a also does a precious metals IRA, and I honestly don't know a whole lot about that either. So I need to learn more about that too. But I think they do also a precious metals IRA. But no matter what, even though they're the channel sponsor, you should do your own due diligence before participating in any storage services or what have you. So look into this because they have it as well too. But do your homework on it. I mean, I think that is incumbent upon you when buying silver straight from them or storing your silver with them. So I think anyway. So yeah, if anybody has done that, let me know. And thank you to CyberCurtain Twitcher. The Salivate Metal rounds are available at Summit Metals. So check those out if you're interested. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. IFR Fund. When the shorting banks quit tamping down the silver prices every morning, maybe this will rise appropriately. It gets really tiresome. Well, let's take a look here and see what's happening, because I tell you, if it happens during the course of the day, there is a natural market force that is pushing as well silver in different directions. It's just how much of that is impacted by some of this. Now, it looks like the volume of trading is about normal for the open of the market that we can see here. For gold, anyway. It's, yeah, so there it is. Let's go on volume. Good to see David Carlisle. Good to see you. We have 214 likes. Thank you. My goal is to get to, this is a tall order, and but I'm gonna go ahead and make it. I'm gonna do Hail Mary. Okay, we have 214 likes. Can we get? I know this is asking a lot. Can we get 215 likes before the end of the night? Is that possible? Is that possible? It'll be interesting to see here. Yes, indeed. Amazing how far your round has come considering spot price. Yes, but mine for under 70. And they were, and the thing is that they were cheaper there too, because they bought a lot. They bought like 1,000 of them. I think that's why they were able to save on those, B-Taylor. And I don't think Summit Metals wanted to take that risk to buy that many. So they charge a higher premium. In fact, I don't know that I'm going to get, I don't think my premium is even, I don't even know if I'm getting anything from these, honestly. But anyways, but yeah, it's crazy. It is amazing how far they've come. But okay, look at this. Gold is now flatlined. Silver's up a nickel. Silver's volume over the course of the open of the markets here is a little lighter, it looks like. But it is indeed not terribly low, but it is a little bit low here. Interesting. So there that is. Yeah, you did good, B-Taylor. That's awesome, my friend. Check out B-Taylor's channel, by the way. He posts content for sure. And Eli is here. His phone is going berserk, apparently. All right, but he's here. He's with us. CyberCurtain Twitcher on the video that I posted yesterday about Trump and New York. Here's a slurp for the algorithm. I have no problem selling below spot if I bought it at least than half the current spot price. Yes, that's right. And you have that padding. You want to get some padding for that for sure. Ping a gold coin. All right, yes, indeed. I don't have one here, but I've actually done a short on that, pinging a gold coin. If you want to know what he's talking about, I've got there's a link in the description of this video where you can buy a pocket pinger, and you can do it non-destructively by putting the coin in the center, and you can ping it and hear that sound. It's pretty cool. All right. Dax Monster says it's not going over $35. Why would it? You need an unforeseen catastrophic event. Well, I wouldn't rule out it going above $35. I know it's been a little while. It seems like that's really strong resistance. It didn't quite get there last couple of times, but still, it came close. So we could go over it, but we'll see. But I do think that is a very, very strong barrier that we need to overcome. Sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay, let's see here. $35 is a breakout. There we go. Yes, indeed. Tall Cedar says here, World Bank has said silver will stay around $33 for 2025 and $34 in 2026. This would allow others to start stacking and us to keep stacking. All right. Wow. Interesting. World Bank. I've not heard that analysis before. Okay, here we go. New technology that could send silver's price going up. This is about the battery technology. The car batteries aren't even the story. The real story is the billions of tiny electronics that could use these solid-state batteries. That's bigger than just the car batteries. Yep, Chuck Dow discussed that thing in this video. Thing is scalability is an issue with this, or could be an issue with this. There's so much we don't know about it. So that is not the real story yet. I don't know. I've not heard of many electronic devices that are using it yet. So could be when that happens. And again, I mentioned that in the video if you watch it through. Let's see. Okay, we've got Carrie Tarrant, who I believe is with us tonight. Says here about this morning's video. I've always said copper should be one of the precious metals and sold by the troy ounce. I've been collecting it for over 20 years. Lama copper. There you go. Hopefully you're stacking it, collecting it by getting pre-82 cents or copper wire you're finding or scrap or something like that. I hope you're not buying bullion with it. But yes, but I do agree. And it'd be nice to see it measured and sold by the troy ounce instead of by the pound or the Avogadro ounce. So this is a rare case where I get a little bullish on silver more beyond the usual. I lay out a scenario in this morning's video how silver could hit $40 by summer if we see a certain number of events happen, and one of those events is tied to copper. Loft Racing. Last 2 weeks the cracks have started showing. It's time to be cautious. All right. Yes, indeed. Time to be cautious. It's good to not get our hopes up or get too overly enthusiastic till we make bad decisions with silver. Marge Judge, I'm sick of this. I love silver more than gold. I own both of them. I'm sick that it's even the banks in the country is promoting people to buy silver deliverables. What disgusts me is the most is that they stated it is the same as physical. All right, I think you're talking about the big banks that want you to buy the futures or the ETFs. That's right. Well, futures is betting on where the price is going to go, right? The ETFs are betting on the exposure to silver's price at the moment. That's the difference, I believe. Oh, yeah. And Thought Enforcement says here, the silver price is being manipulated most every day now by the big banks. There's an absolute fact. Dig into the data and discover for yourself. It's become like clockwork. Research is everything and more. Think of the way of it all. Well, Thought Enforcement, I would love you to provide me some proof, because I've looked, and other than what some people talk about with what the banks are doing and everything like that, and the futures trading, and I know that is kind of probably part of it, but how powerful is it comparatively to to the natural market, which weighs on the price as well too. But I guess you got the shorts positions, people betting on it with the shorts, but there are some people who also big hedge fund managers as well that are taking part in it too. So I think that is really the thing to consider here. But if it's manipulated, and by the way, manipulation can work both ways too. Is it legal to do, and what are you using to measure the proof of that? I just would love to see it. And what are the commodities are also doing that. And thank you to Cybercurrent Twitcher for posting a link to B Taylor's channel. Appreciate that. Bill 457, I keep all copper pennies. I sure hope they mint the double dated cents in copper for collectors. Yes, I would love to see them do that too. They really should do those in copper. even if in the sets, like they did in 2009. Brad Wheeler, what goes up must come down. Everybody wants some, indeed. Let's take a look here now. See what's happening in the markets. We can see that gold is up $1.20 to $3,242.80. Silver is up a nickel, $32.13 right now for silver. There it is. Platinum is down 3. Palladium is down 1. So there they are. Yes, indeed. It's crazy, crazy. All right. Very good. Oh, yeah. So there's where your market is now. And Joe says you don't want it to go up so you can buy more. You want it to go down because you want what you have is worth less. You're in the constant swivel. Me, I'm in it for the long haul. I want it to tank so I can buy more. And even though I already have what would be worth a lot less, I'll come back. There you go. Yep, I'm kind of the same way. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, Red Crawler. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Very good. Where are we at? We've got Gregory Green. Says if it drops below 30, I'll definitely buy more SLV. All right, so he's going to get the SLV. Always looking to improve my position. If gold drops below 3,000, I would sure pick up some NEM and gold stock. People really need to stop at the bogus silver squeezes on particular days. Buying the dips, not on some arbitrary day a grifter is chosen. That's right. Yep, I agree. That should not be the motivation for buying. It should not be. All right, let's see here. Let's move on up and see what we've got to the next comment from one of the rare shorts I've done. I'm going to try to do more of these. Julie Ferguson says here, you have to be careful when buying a silver eagle because they're the most counterfeited silver coins, so make sure you're buying from a reputable dealer. Indeed, that's right. And one way you can test, the cheapest ways to test is a Cyber Curtain Twitcher Silver Slide, because it's specifically crafted in such a way that it provides a constant plane from which you can slide the silver down with neodymium magnets and excellent craftsmanship to find out the diametric properties of silver that are unique and different enough from copper that if you had 2 CCT slides, you can put them down and compare. You can do it on one, but anyways, that's one way. And also you can get the pocket pinger as well. And a combination of those are probably not a bad idea. Link to that is in the description of this video. DD Prepper says here, there's so much manipulation going on in the paper silver market. Hopefully we'll get to the true price someday. I think it's pretty close to 400 to 1. Massive manipulation where the Dodge boys, when you need them, Sal, can you please call Elon Musk to see if he can straighten this out? Yep, and that's another thing too, where my mind is more open on manipulation is the fact that there is so many paper contracts for every ounce of silver. That is a manipulative force in and of itself. Very good. Yes, indeed. Hawaii silver. When is silver ever rigged upward? You're a joke and delusional. Well, Hawaii silver, I proved it. I proved it in the case against J.P. Morgan, the manipulation case. Multiple stories about how it was manipulated to the upside by the precious metals trading desk at J.P. Morgan. They manipulated it for selfish gain. So that's exactly what it is, Hawaii silver. So who's the joker now, Hawaii silver? Who's the joker now? And you know, you're the one that is talking so crap about silver all the time. Why is silver in your name, Hawaii silver? Makes me think you're not from Hawaii either. And for that name, because you're constantly bashing silver, laughing at it, and then laughing at channels like this that do precious metals, but yet you have silver in your name. Go figure. And that's not a rhetorical question. I want you to actually go and figure that out for yourself and come back with an answer. Let's see here. Yeah, and of course, he says, you are silver 60% of his 2011 highs. Of course, he's I've already answered that many, and did I say many times, Hawaii silver? But you can't use the 2011 highs as a gauge, as a marker. That was an anomaly. And of where you think the price is going to be, it's crazy. You've not been paying attention to the channel. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Four Wheels from Rob. Move fiat cash will flood the market soon. Silver may be the only PM game in town. All right. Yes. Yes, indeed. No, it's not that I've answered wrong, Hawaii Silver. It's just you don't like the answer. Because facts are not your friends, apparently. You have your own set of alternative facts. No Amaran Dudai 8306 says Summit metals are nice, but not the best prices online. They're not always going to have the lowest prices for every single product you're looking for. They will have competitive prices, and there will be times when they do have the best price, but not always. They're not always going to be the lowest price leader. But sometimes the lowest price is not going to be always the best. Sometimes customer service makes up for a little bit more that you may pay for a product. All right. Okay, let's see here. Lori Smith on this video about the pennies here. It looks like she's from Canada. She's probably very familiar with this concept or with what's happening up there. It hasn't been a problem since they stopped the penny in Canada. The younger generation had a problem at first with rounding up or down at checkout because a lot of them don't ever use cash. At stores or fast food restaurants, the cash register automatically adjusts the cash prices. I don't miss the penny. All right, there you go. Thank you for your perspective, Lori. And for here, credit card transactions will still be to the penny. In fact, you buy gas in fractions of a penny. Yes, indeed. In fractions of a penny. You pay. There's Max M with us tonight. Good to see Max M. All right. All right, let's see here. 2 silver testing slides will be given away this summer. All right, there you go. Check out, subscribe to CCT's channel to look out for that. You might get a chance to win 2 of them, of those CCT slides. One Loft Racing says, silver is not manipulated. The producers of silver are very happy to achieve these prices. Okay, all right, so One Loft Racing also is skeptical on some of the manipulation claims. And see, I'm open-minded to it. I want to learn more about it, but I just not seen any hard evidence that there is a suppression. So I'm interested to hear what One Loft Racing thinks about it, and about the pricing there. See, I like to. I don't know if he's still in the chat with us here, but what does he think about the futures trading? Because that's kind of a compelling argument. I don't know if Stacker Factor is still here, but that's kind of a compelling argument about that. About most of the futures are traded between banks, and that's where the manipulation is. All right. Lori also says here, has Queen Elizabeth II been on more coins than Lincoln? How many different countries have used her portrait since 1935 to 2024? I did a video about that, Lori Smith, actually, that very thing. Let's see here. I forget what the name of it is. Man, let's see here. Let's see here. No, I forget the name of it. But anyways, here's this. Is Lori still here? I would love to tell her live. But the actual sheer number of coins, Lincoln beats hands down. But Queen Elizabeth is definitely the second, but she is on more different coins than any other person in world history or will ever be, because less and less coins are being made. So, Lori Smith, here's the answer. You're right. Queen Elizabeth is the second. Although that is a matter for debate too, because it very well could be that the amount of nickels might outbeat all of the different ones. But as far as a variety of different denominations in different countries, Queen Elizabeth is by far the most widely minted figure on coins. In other words, many different ones. And there will never be anybody that will come close to her ever again, because a Commonwealth nation, since her reign, we've seen other nations like Fiji, I think Samoa and others have come out of the Commonwealth of Nations, or at least to the thing about having the effigy on the coins. So yes, and I did a video about it, but I can't think of the title of it. But that's a very good thing there. If she's not second, she's got to be in the top 10. And because you're right, how many different countries have used her portrait? And I think her portrait was started in 1952 when she was coronated. I don't think she was used in 35, because in 35 was her dad. No, 35 was her grandfather, I think. And then it was her uncle for 1 year, or maybe not even a year, and then her dad. Yeah. So yeah, but it's intriguing. It's an amazing thing to think about that with because the British Empire was the largest under her reign, and so I think that's quite interesting to think about her image since she became queen at the age of 26, I believe, all the way till she was 96. 70 years old. Or I'm sorry, and 90. She was 96 when she passed away. So yeah, it's crazy. She was born in 26. I believe that's the case, or 20. I forget. Anyways, Dale Val says this: I can speculate the likelihood that some of the largest holders will likely never be known until big shifts happen. For example, Windsor, Rothschild, Brussels, Passier, private reserves. Yes. All right. We'll see what happens. Who are these big holders of gold? Yes, indeed. Let's see here. F37 metal, then we'll check the markets again. All right. But before we do that, let me go into another diatribe. I'm going to do a 30-minute session on Queen Elizabeth and the intricacies about the Queenie, specifically for 79, because she has explicitly requested I talk more about it because she cares so much about the Queen on coins. So I want to go into more in depth about the Queen. So no, I'm kidding. All right. Coin Shop Chris is having a hard time keeping 90% coins in the shop. People are snatching them up just as quick as he can get some in. He's having to call some other coin shop dealers to make deals to trade for more 90%. I think the masses are starting to notice the gold and silver is where it's at, starting to trade in the fake money. I'd love to know where his shop is located. One of the coin shops in my area, they got a whole bunch of stuff, Mercury dimes in. I mean, massive amounts. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. FX.bin. God bless the Republic of Texas. That's where I have my gold and silver. There you go. All right. Nice. Let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? Look at this. Silver holding on strong, at least here tonight in the Asian markets. It is up a nickel. $32.13. Gold is up $2.70. Platinum down 3. Palladium down 1. So there it is. Moving. There's Chuckles is here. He loves collecting Mercs. There's Merc Dime Millionaire. He's here. Nice. Brad Wheeler is here. Definitely more Elizabeth coins than Lincoln coins, in my opinion. Well, yeah, on different ones. But in terms of the number of cents, they made billions upon millions upon billions of those every year. I mean, since 1909. Think about it. He's been the longest. There's been other image of any other president or figure on any coin that is minted literally by the probably billions of those every year. And compared to the population of the United States that has grown, with Queen Elizabeth, she's been on a more variety of coins, but not necessarily in numbers. All right, let's see here. Buy the dip, says Dennis Niemeyer. Yes, indeed. Buy those dips. Higher self. It says this. Be careful what you wish for. Once the general public awakens to silver and the price moves, dealer premiums will also skyrocket. We've seen that happen before, you're right. Still have a 50-year-old receipt where I paid a merely 50% premium on back-ordered silver in the 80s. This is potential trouble for silver stackers. Indeed it is. Jam Unleashed. Since 1909, an estimated 7.23 billion Lincoln pennies have been minted. All right, thank you for that fact. And there's no comparison to the number of coins with the Queen's image on it, all collectively together of every denomination of every one of the Commonwealth countries. So that puts it in perspective. Thank you, James Unleashed. And Cybercurrent Twitcher, I need to get my coin printed on a coin. There you go. His butt printed on a coin. Yes, indeed. There you go. That would be funny. All right. Good to see you guys. Good crowd with us tonight, by the way. Appreciate you guys being here. Barbara Wall says Central of Texas LCS can't keep 90% in stock either. Friday had new shoppers in store asking about spending $1,000 to $2,000 as new buyers. Wow. That is a bit of anecdotal evidence there that we're starting to see things maybe change. If we hear more stories like what Barbara Wells is sharing, that is really encouraging to see. Okay, let's see. Okay, One Loft Racing says 25,000 tons, 900 million ounces production every year. Big banks finance that silver and hedge the physical silver into the paper market. Finance that silver and hedge the physical silver into the silver market. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. We've got Silver Sleuth. I would think that the collectors would be good with mint only making sense for non-circulation. Yep, because they're really not going to be affected by it as much for their collections. We've got Pit Stop Man says, Sal, I'm a little man. I almost have 30 kilos gold collected. Really, I'm nobody. That's really good. 30 kilos or 30 kilo. That's really good gold stack. You talking about? That's a great stack. That's crazy. A lot more than I got, that's for sure. All right. Zephael, have you read about Yasao Himakaki, Mr. Copper or Copper King, and how he controlled the copper market for some time by only cornering 5% of it? No, I had not heard about that. Crazy. Wow. Had not heard about that. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? So gold up in 290 now, and silver up a nickel. As we peruse our way through here, we've got Miles Edgeworth says here, given how steep this particular dip was, let me get over here to this. I think it's a clear sign of how desperate the bullion banks are getting, especially with Samsung likely stockpiling massive amounts of physical silver for their new solid-state batteries. And I think that's just it. I think if any time there's manipulation, it's companies like that maybe who are buying it, but that would cause the price to go up. They wait for a dip, or I don't know, or maybe their bank or whatever sells a bunch of it so they can buy it on the cheap. I don't know, but sooner or later that's going to erode away, and they can only do that for so long for the amount of silver, because silver mining is not really picking up to keep up with the production, right? At least that's what they're saying. All right. Ruben Fabella says, you think gold is a good buy right now, Sal, or given market trends I should be wait another week or two to buy an ounce? It's tough to say. I don't know what's going to happen with gold. A part of me feels like it's overvalued since it's just recently touched an all-time high when adjusted for inflation. But it could still continue to go up even higher, or it could continue to fall back. Right now, it's really staying more steady and stable than I thought it would. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's move along to this comment from World Money Wins about the Lincoln cent. He watched this and said the following here. I still have save all my pennies. I also bought a few boxes of pennies from the bank because I want to tile a floor with them. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yes, I would love to do that. I think that'd be cool, and I've heard of that happening, to tile a floor with pennies. Yes, indeed. But I wonder what you would do to coat it, epoxy it, so that the pennies, you want to protect that covering. That's what I wonder how that would work out. But anyways, yes, yeah, Laurie Smith. I find that subject intriguing. Sorry if I rambled about it on it too much, but that was a good question. I appreciate you bringing that up. It's pretty cool. All right, Long Val Nicolas. Canada is a huge producer of gold, but no reserve. To the know something that we should. Well, yeah, they sold off their gold reserves in 2016. And yes, indeed. John P. 9402 about the holding of the gold here. Sal, tell Summit if they put the free shipping at $199, I would get more stuff from them. Yeah, I know. It's I think we're going to see more and more dealers do it at $299. And I think they're realize that, what, it's tough. I mean, the shipping is probably the biggest impedance to profit, I think, ever. And so I think that's why they made that decision to just keep it there, and so they can provide lower prices. I think the best thing to do is just try to save up to get that $299 shipping. But I hear you on it. All right. Prices are down. I bought 12 Silver Eagles for $35 each. Hey, congratulations. That's a good deal on that. All right, 66 Sam on this video. And then we'll look at the markets after this comment. It says, nice Trump round. I have a few different DT rounds, including the official. That 2-ounce BP jacket might be just what I need. Hope everybody watches to the end so they don't miss out. There you go. That's right. Thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Let's see here. Michael Workman says, Friday Andy Silver hits 40. Hits 40. Somebody's birthday or something, and if they're in 40, happy birthday to them. Let's see here. All right. And we've got the very well said. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Kookaburra Man, on this post. And let's take a look here at the markets. We can see, all right, silver's making a little bit of a move north now. It's up 6 cents now, $32.14. Gold is up $3.10 so far here tonight. And, oh, man, thank you. Rocky Superstar is here for a like. Thank you, brother. Rocky Superstar, you're going to want to check him out, too. He does a live stream after this. So check out Rocky Superstar. I don't know if he's going live tonight, but he probably will. Check him out. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, Godzilla is back. All right, welcome back, Godzilla. There it is. Okay, we've got Tall Cedars on this video. It says, appreciate the symbolism of the MAGA coin. Definitely is very cool, even though I'm not a fan of the man. The detail is great, and the Second Amendment link is iconic for the people. Just heard Andy S. about the military use of silver and the alliance of BlackRock and Morgan keeping the price down. I'm a new stacker. It's another diabolical scheme that is taking advantage of the people. They use 480 ounces in a certain missile that is often used. Can't take that AG to the bank. Yeah, and I don't know that I buy the 500 and 480 ounces in a Tomahawk cruise missile, but we know there's a lot of silver being utilized in military applications, but we just don't know exactly how much, and so people can speculate, and but I don't know that I buy that. But still, it's a good idea to stack, and we don't know what's going to happen with the price. Even if you believe in full-on manipulation and suppression, there is if it's in place and it's legal, it's likely not going to end anytime soon. The best thing we can do is just hold on, because they can't keep it down so much that it doesn't preserve your wealth over the long course of time. And that's really the end. Let's see, Hebrew, good. All right. All right. Or that's really the bottom line, I guess, rather. That's what I'm saying here. Elliot Scott, you know what? The Aldi cart is the only thing that hasn't gone up in 20 years. All right. Very good. Let's see here. What are the possibilities are still here? Good to see you. Mike Tibbs is here. Good to see you guys. Oh, yeah. Got my chaser in effect now. Coffee's done. And let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, Yingling. Nice. That's awesome. Tube Supio. Welcome to Rubio or Andrew Race as well. Trax is here. Thank you, Trax, for popping in tonight. Missed out 4 wheels from Rob, but we are here tonight. I think Rob came in as well. Big Rye 5150, just about to get another order for my Summit Metals wallet, but got another for my Summit Metals wallet. Got the 10th so far. And we'll have 4. So let's go. We're on the path. Nice. Congratulations. It's a great way to keep track of your stacking with those wallets. It's really a cool thing. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rocky, for popping in. Check out Rocky later on tonight. Yes, indeed. All right. Trump collected $15 billion on tariffs. Wow. I had not heard that, but that's a good start for sure. Thank you, Hamilton Informant. Appreciate you being here, Hamilton. Yes, indeed. We've got Mitch Pictish. Always be stacking, sometimes more, sometimes less. Exactly right. This is my video. If you haven't seen this video, the need to be smart about stacking silver is more important than ever. I hope you will check this one out. It fell under the algorithm, and I thought for sure this video would do well. But again, videos like this, I try to give pep talks about silver, and they tend to fail every single time. I don't understand it. But part of me is like, man, this is a good video. People will probably watch this one. I get my hopes up, and boom, it just tanks and dives. So I hope you will check this video out. There's 284 people. I guarantee you 3/4 of you watching now have not seen this video that I posted this afternoon. The need to be smart about stacking silver is more important than ever. Silver Honda says, how to be a great silver stacker is not to tell your wife how much silver you have. If you have to, give your wife roses instead. There you go. I love it. That's great. All right. Let's see here. And Justin Sartain, we disagree on the importance of the ratio, but that's okay. I do agree that supply is tight. Go silver. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, and I appreciate that. We can disagree, and it's all right on certain things. And there's different philosophy, and I'm open-minded. I'd like to hear the different arguments for or against, and it may strengthen our positions when we come out of the discussion. But thank you so much. I appreciate it, Justin. Very cool. All right, there you go. Tracks from Swananoa, North Carolina. Hope you guys are doing okay down there and recovering well from the floods. But yes, indeed, and a good local coin shop down there. Hope they didn't get hit hard either. All right. And we've got there, Steve says here, hey, hello, Steve. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm Emperor Wang. I'm with you too. I feel pretty good about the silver batteries. They've actually upped the potential release date a year for certain applications in automobiles for the silver solid state batteries. I did a video about that recently. Wayne is not saying 25 cents. I've got 3 already, and they did do a couple million of them so far. So you might be able to see them and change. The World Choice says I should buy a 1/20th ounce gold coin or a gold back. Should I buy a 1/20th ounce gold coin or a gold back? Well, I would maybe get the coin unless you want to just buy the gold back for the beauty of it as a collectible. Otherwise, I'd get the coin. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you, CCT, for posting a link to Rocky Superstar's channel. And Danny says this, I'm wondering if there's any additional benefits to owning XAUT. Why not just own physical gold instead? Yep, I think you ought to own the physical. If you have the choice, get the physical. Kurt Ornor says this. I'm thinking 36 is a good guess, possibly more, but there's that little problem of manipulation. I consider the manipulation a big problem, but I like buying at these prices. There you go. Yep, and that's exactly right. Even if it's full on like everybody says it is, that is that effective, don't expect it to change anytime soon. Yes, indeed. 14 ounces bought today. Congratulations, Victory Guy. That's awesome. All right. And the Bullion Addict about the cents says, times they are changing. Yes, indeed. They sure are. Pun intended. And same name. Then we'll take a look at the markets after this. Says here, no joke. I just bought silver today randomly below spot. It's always a good day when you're stacking. Yes, indeed. It sure is. Congratulations. Same name. That's awesome. Very good. Let's see here. Nice. Okay, let's see. Where are we at on this? We've got Samuel Olmsted. Bought a little copper on Evo Bay today just for the aesthetic value of it. All right. Well, yep, and if it's just for the aesthetic value, that's fine, but I would not necessarily be stacking it. Because I understand you're paying massive premiums on it. All right. Only 10-ounce silver bars at my Costco. All right. Only 10-ounce bars there. Very good. Let's take a look at the markets here. All right. A little bit more movement to the upside. Gold up $8.30 to $3,249.90. Silver up 7 cents. Yes, indeed. All right. So there it is. Up 7 cents for silver, $32.15. Let's see here. Platinum is down 2. Palladium is actually up for the first time tonight. All right, let's see here. We've got this. Let me get over here to make this efficient, applicable. Thomas, it's interesting that Executive Order 14241 doesn't mention silver as a critical mineral, nor does it the reference document 13, whatever that is. And yet many experts believe military is the biggest consumer of physical silver, not to mention its role in the future of infrastructure. Canada also recently refused to add silver to their critical list. Imagine what would happen at the price if they were to be honest about the obvious fact that silver's criticality. Well, the reason why they don't do that, Thomas, is because silver is so readily available and easy to obtain. Mexico is the largest producer of silver in the world, and they're to our neighbors to the south. Canada has no problem getting it. The United States has no problem getting it. So this is why it's not on the critical mineral list. It's obviously critical to technology and industry, but it does not mean that it is not available. And even if the supply, even if the demand outstrips supply, the fact that you can still get it readily, easily in those countries is really, it's about accessibility. That's why it's not on that list. Hope that makes sense. All right. Let's see here. I would do a lot of research on the seller from Amazon before buying anything from there, just like on eBay, any other place that you're dealing with individuals, and do your research before doing that. All right. 2020 flowing hair silver medals going for $300 now. Wow, crazy. James LeQuay. Oh, thank you so much. $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. He says, thank you for doing all this research for us and passing the info along. You're a valuable asset to our metals family, and we appreciate you. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate that so much. Very kind of you to say. And I try my best in the research I do, but there's still a lot I don't know either. And I always want to be open-minded, and I learn a lot from my viewers too. So thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Very kind words. I'm honored and humbled. I appreciate that, sir. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, very good. Let's see. Oh, I got it right. I usually get the names wrong, especially on the handles here, because the handles here, a lot of times the words run together and sometimes they mispronounce it, but thank you. Appreciate that. All right. But if I do get it wrong next time, forgive me. LaQuay, I think I got that. Very good. Okay, let's see here. And, all right, thank you, Creeper. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, that actually isn't Summit that's selling that. That's Spectres. But yeah, that's pretty cool. MAGA vest. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And we've got here no IQ. I measure my success from the amount of ounces I still have. There you go. Yes, as far as your stack, for sure. To be a successful stacker. That's great. Very good. Sovereign Cajun has got some thoughts on this. Says, the one thing that seems to be holding silver down is its industrial use. It would seem like an industrial demand will lift silver prices, but it seems to have the opposite effect, with bullion banks holding down the price. Yeah, that's a lot of people feel that way. And but yes, indeed, all right. And that's what I like to look into, especially with this futures markets and the short positions. See, the short positions, there's some risk involved in that. Because if the silver price goes up, they have to pay the difference. Because they're just borrowing against that silver. Godzilla Garage says here, I'm glad your channel has not switched to the standard pumping YouTube channel that so many others have sold out to become. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Godzilla Garage. I'm thankful that I have a sponsor who explicitly has part of the contract for me not to change my views regarding that. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. I try my best to be as fair-minded about silver as possible, and gold too. I'm going to have my opinions that some people can agree or disagree with. I mean, I am bullish overall on both gold and silver overall, really for preserving our wealth. But in the long run, it's really about being wealth outside of the system. And empowering yourself by having these precious metals in your possession for that reason. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. All right. Four Wheels from Rob says, wow, this isn't that something incredible? It really is. It's pretty amazing. If you've missed this video, the most expensive gold collection has resurfaced. I mean, the most expensive one ever. A big news story. This collection's worth $100 million. It's going to be auctioned off in the next 3 years. It's crazy what this is. All right. And Kookaburra Man says, good streams and thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. And John Kurtz says here the following. Hello, Silver Joe Pickle. Agreed on the storage safety factor. In an up-and-coming vlog, let's debate gold's fixed stagnant value of $32 in the Fed's books. It's actually $42.22, but anyways. And then the 71 decoupling of the dollar altogether. There are many parts of these topics. Maybe you can do a series because both actions feel sinister to me. Also, does it seem somehow the tie to silver's price volatility? I saw a gold to silver price ratio graph over the centuries, and it was constant for a long time. And that's because it was fixed for a long time. There was manipulation that has gone on for sure back then. The manipulative forces today are really centered around the dollar and its strength comparative and other currencies and the like. But yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Jay Munlees, for posting a link to that video about the most expensive gold collection resurfacing. Appreciate that. Richard Metcalf says, I know here in the copper state they're opening up copper mines again. That is good to know. Good to see that it's starting to happen. Ominous Rooster says here, and I quote, here we go again with copper. Last year it was the same with increase of price. Yes, copper was up, and your recommendation was not to stack copper. Should the ordinary stacker stack copper? Hope to be on your live podcast tonight. Ominous Rooster, the price would have to go parabolic in order for you to stack copper. Even if you bought a 1 ounce Avodoporous copper round at $2, which is considered cheap these days, copper would have to go up tenfold, maybe even more, in order for you to get any kind of reasonable premium out of it for that more. Oh man, we only have 5 more likes to get to 300, says Red Crawler. Can we manipulate the likes on this live broadcast? We're talking about manipulation a lot tonight. Can you manipulate the numbers to the upside on the like button? At least 70,000 would be nice. No, I'm kidding. Just 5 more if we could get them. That would be great. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Philibus, I'm currently sorting pennies for copper. There you go. If you find any pennies from 1982, or cents is really what they're called, make sure to weigh them. The ones that weigh more in 1982 are copper. The ones that weigh less are zinc. All right. We got 302, says Carrie Taryn. Thank you. Nice. Appreciate you guys. Chuckle says, I wouldn't mind having a stack of 10-pound copper bars in the shed, but they will turn green. Indeed, they will. They sure will. Master Blaster says, I've spent my money on some dumb things, so as long as I enjoy stacking, that's all that matters. Indeed. True that. True that. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Mr. Silver Eagle. Happy Sunday to you. All right. F37 Metal. Very cool video and awesome info. Buy physical and keep stacking. Don't lose those diamond hands. That's exactly right. All right. Oh, nice. A machine that will sort them for you. That's cool. I'd love to get a hold of that machine. That would be pretty cool. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Let's move on up. We'll see what we've got here. It's Monday. Bill 457. You're not in the United States now? I thought you were from the U.S. Silver holding an opening price. Yep, it's up 4 cents, $32.12 right now. Gold is up $9.50, so it's taking a little bit of a higher move up, outperforming silver right now. Platinum is the only metal that's down, $9.68. It's crazy. All right. And palladium down $1. There it is. There's where the markets are moving right now. James Burnett thinks we're going to see $37 silver by October. Yes, indeed. All right, it's possible. It's possible. James, you may have missed it, but I did a video this morning on how $40 silver could happen by summer. Check this video out from this morning, and also check this one out too. The need to be smart about stacking silver. It's not get very many views, but I hope you will check that one out, especially that video. This one flew under the radar. Michael K. I believe as good as silver stacker must enjoy having a savings account outside the system that tries to keep down the average Joe. Yes, exactly. Amen. Kookaburra Man, I love it, and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And we've got Matt Wing. A hedge fund most definitely is a rainy day fund or backup to support. And when our 401s tank, emergency savings, keep stacking. That's right. You never know what can happen. Even losing electricity can't keep gold and silver down. That's for sure. All right. Let's see here. Good to see Lulu Lucky. Let's see what what's going on with the dollar index. Crude oil is down, still down sharply, 3.83%. But the dollar is down 0.19% to 99.85 right now. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Big thumbs up. Thank you, Kookaburra Man. All right, let's see here. I hope you're right on this. Yeah, can you imagine if that were to happen? I think if it's aligned the right way, it's a possibility. I see a path for it. Let's put it to you that way. Gina Young, thank you for watching. I appreciate that, Gina Young. JAES, love to see the silver batteries from my RV. Yes, that would be pretty cool. Yes, indeed, it sure would. Four Wheels from Rob says, always seems like Friday weekends are the best times to buy gold and silver. It does seem like it, as the markets have opened to the upside. You would have saved $10 per ounce of gold, and you would have saved a nickel on silver. So that's right. That's where the markets are right now as we cruise our way through this broadcast tonight. Watching these markets move. Not as exciting as other Sunday night market watches, but it is wild to see sort of a consolidation correction sort of in the Asian markets. We'll see what happens when they open up in London a few hours from now and then tomorrow morning in the United States. All right. Thanks, Sal. Well, thank you, Reefer Gil. I appreciate you watching. Very kind of you. Nice pickup watching the older videos. Thank you, Kookaburra Man, for doing that. And the shorts, too, about the good news for the battery. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Quahog Stacker. Appreciate that so much. And let's see here. Good for Sal. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. And keep stacking that silver for sure. Keep up the long run. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you so much. Great short, Sal. Thank you. Appreciate that for watching the shorts. Trying to do more of the shorts. And the red crawler. Thanks for the video, Uncle Sal. And the germanium mint bar is hot. The grog says Sunshine Mint and Silvertown make a copper bar too. Interesting. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Bitcoin is a larger market cap than silver. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And Quahog Stacker says, I believe here that dollar cost averaging at this point, I am for $17 an ounce, which is I wish started sooner. That includes the price of silver I bought in the last 2 or 3 years. Pretty happy with that. You did very well with that. That's awesome. I appreciate you, Quahog. And you watch this video, they need to be smart about stacking. I think there's some good tips in this video, and I don't think you're going to miss that. Yes, indeed. So I hope you will check this out, this video that I posted this afternoon. They need to be smart about stacking silver. Very important. Dennis Niemeyer, what do I hear? Sound Money Forum Summit Metals love the sound of the clinking coins. Thank you. No problem. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you watching. Love me some gold for sure. We'll see what the future holds. Nice video. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much. That is awesome. Yes, thank you, Master Vero. Appreciate you watching this video. Also, did not get very many views. My measure is I can hear the bumper of my F-150 clear speed bump when my stack is in the bed. There you go. Exactly. I love it. I love it. Richard Metcalf here says this. I think of myself as a successful stacker. I'm just a bit ahead of my inflation-adjusted cost. Buy those dips. That's what they're there for. Exactly right. Exactly. And that's right, tinfoil hat plumber. You're right. The Fed rate cuts will be fuel for precious metals. I think so. Yep. I agree with that. Okay, let's see here. That's a very cool collection. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Imagine having that. That's amazing. Hello to Chuck and Plata. Watching this video from the other day. And Reefer Gill says, great video. Really liking your content. Tired of the doom and gloom silver pumpers. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best. And I'm bullish on silver, but I still don't think I'm a pumper, but I appreciate that. RM says, love buying me some Liberty Peace dollars and Franklin half dollars out of the stack. Those are very nice. Those are good pieces indeed. For sure, for your stack. Okay. Good morning to Mario on this one. Thank you, sir. Great video and information from Carrie Taryn. Let's take a look at the markets again after this next comment from Eli. Hello, Supernatural Wealth Provisions. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for popping in tonight. It says present, and I measure my success if I'm able to buy silver every 2 weeks from my paycheck. There you go. Yes, it's dollar cost averaging in the pure sense. Exactly right. Very, very good. All right. And let's see here. Elliot Scott made it tonight. Welcome, Elliot Scott. Glad you're here with us tonight as we now peruse the markets and see what they're doing at this moment in time. Looks like a bit of a consolidation from the dips that we saw Friday. Up just slightly. Gold up $7.50. Silver up a nickel, back to being up just a nickel again to $32.13. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. And let's see here. Let's get over here and see what we've got with more comments. Okay, thank you, JM Unleashed. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, JM. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And Dale Val says, go stuff in needing some cash flow stuff this summer. Good point with copper comes silver. But that will eventually add more silver to markets, so the increase will be in a window of opportunity. Very well could. More demand, more production of copper generally does, as a byproduct, produce more silver. So we could see silver enter the market, which could essentially offset some of those gains, but in the window of opportunity is where this could occur, potentially. You're right. Especially if there's a supply crunch. Of course, the other thing with potential heated up exchanges between Pakistan and India as well is something that we got to consider as well. Have a good night, Bill Arrington. Appreciate it, my friend. He's got his grandkids this weekend. Thank you, sir, for popping in tonight. Appreciate it so much. And let's see here. Where are we? Let's get over here. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. All the speculation makes it exciting. Lots of possibilities. Hope for the future. That's right, Carla, and thank you. Carla, you're right. And the possibilities in the speculation is as varied as the opinions from which they come, or the people from which they come, which means it could go a number of different ways, for sure. We just have to watch and see what happens in the end, but it's good and interesting to discuss and see what the drivers are in those circumstances. So, yes, indeed. Good point. All right, Bikini Woman, I don't understand much of this, but I'm always learning new things. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. And, yeah, it really essentially just means that there's more people getting some gold than what we had thought, or some of it under the radar, others of it maybe not so much. And this one is a big public news story about that, so that's a lot of gold. And Jerry Mandarin, very few people may have watched that video about the coin collection, but the ones that did, like myself, really enjoyed it. Well, and I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. I think that's probably more valuable to me that you enjoyed the video than the number of people watching it, because from that I can build a foundation of viewers, and I appreciate you saying that. Very kind of you indeed, sir. All right. Thumbs up emoji for the mods. Let's see here. I don't know what that would be. There already is a thumbs up emoji that's for everybody. But I don't know. You mean a separate thumbs up one that I create a separate one? Because there's custom emojis that I've got in there as well too. And since you're a channel member, Mark Razor, you should have access to those. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, Shane Olson is here. Welcome. And Daniel says, thanks, Sal. Thank you for watching. Means a lot. Appreciate it. FN59 Shaw on my video from this afternoon says this. I totally happy with the prices. I'm waiting on a little platinum, some gold, and more silver. I found some good deals, and I thought about being an easy flip. eBay fees made it my only break even. You can buy a nice proof set, which is about 100%. 69 or 70, who cares? I'm going to get some perfect stuff graded, and I may get a lot more of the regular packaging. Crazy, but they don't want a good deal unless it's certified. Yep, I hear you. It's crazy. I mean, this is just about stacking, though, and so it takes away from all the grading and all the speculation there. The Silverman, why don't you start selling gold and silver on your show, Sal? Well, there's a lot of other channels that do that already. That's an oversaturated market anyway, and I don't want to compete with them. So I'm the only channel that does these, responding to comments on a live stream, and I kind of and market watches too. So I kind of stand out when I do that, and so I know this is something that is kind of working for me. So I mean, and I'm not getting hundreds and hundreds of viewers, but I'm getting enough viewers with this. And so if I started selling, that would kind of detract from this, and people would automatically be skeptical and say, well, here you are, you're joining the pack doing this. I want to try to be as original as I can. But sometimes that works against me too, because I don't follow the trend. Like, I don't interview coin shop owners, and I know those videos get a lot of views, and I don't do any of that. So you're just kind of stuck with me here. Sorry to say. One law phrasing: always keep things simple. Buy low, sell high, and only invest in your means. Yeah. And I would say, I would use the adage with silver and gold: buy low and hold high. I would say, even if you can score a big profit, there's more to silver stacking than profit. I would look at it as a long haul proposition. Is it okay to sell some of your silver stack to take a profit? Yes. And if you can find a way to greatly profit and make it work for you in some other way, yeah. But I would keep a storage stack. I would keep a core stack, rather. You know what I mean? Thank you, Philibus. I appreciate that, my friend. I do want to grow the channel. And Michael Workman says technical analysis would be a good knowledge addition. It sure would. I know there's a lot to learn there, but mostly it's pattern analysis, Michael Workman. And I know some of the greatest. I interviewed a technical analyst who made a bold prediction about gold and silver that never came true, because technical analysis is measuring patterns, but those patterns can be shifted, can be broken in an instant with a geopolitical event or sentiment in the market, which operates out of fear. And that fear is like getting punched in the face. And you know what Mike Tyson said? That everybody has a plan, technical analysis, until they get punched in the face. That's the reality of the market. The market gives two poopies about sentiment or about technical analysis and technical data. So I don't really. I talk a little bit about it. If I'm reading from some piece, I'll talk about what the trends have been, and based off of this, its trajectory is up or down. The cup and handle, the Fibonacci, whatever that stuff is, and so you can look at that stuff, and it's great. I have a lot of respect for these, but it's just you got to. To me, the natural market is a bigger impact. What happens? What people think the Fed is going to do? What's Russia doing at this point in time? What about the supply? What about this solid state batteries? All this stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I have respect for it. But thank you. I appreciate it. I do want to do. I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. But anyways, you have another bullet. Yeah, that's right. And I do talk a little bit about it, but it's very surface level stuff, Michael. But thank you, and I do appreciate that. Valerie Price, good to see you. Welcome. All right. Zardoz is here. Good to see Zardoz. And Big Green says here, are those thick rounds 5 or 10 ounces? It look pretty cool. I think those are 2 ounces in this video. Judging from the thumbnail, I think they're the 2 ounces. Another video that did not get very many views. Dennis Niemeyer, listening to Sal can be a successful move, like buy the dips from Summit Metals. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that, sir. Okay, let's see here. Oh, man, thank you, Valerie. I appreciate you being here. Okay, we've got PC Coinstar says, nice video. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at the markets now. What are they doing here? We have got gold is up $6.70 now, a 0.21% increase at $3,248.30. Silver's now up only 3 cents, so it's a little bit of a pullback tonight from the gains that we saw earlier with silver, but it is still in positive territory, which it has been most of the night. Platinum is down 5. Palladium is down 3. We're getting closer to where we were earlier in the evening. Yes, indeed. Don Loop is checking in. Good to see you. Welcome. And Tank Hunter is here, too. All right. Let's see here. We've got that Red Crawler, top quality video. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. Keep on stacking in a free world. Yes, indeed. Cherokee Cowboy, appreciate it. And Quahog Stacker with this says the following. Thank you, Sal, for all your knowledge and information you shared with us. I will check out Summit Metals. Cool. I hope you find some deals there, and I think you'll be pleased with their service. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Valerie says that Elon Musk is pushing gold now. Really? I did not know that. Wow. And Dan W. is here. Enjoying your show as always, Sal. Working extra to make enough to buy more silver. There you go. Working hard as a motivating factor. I hear you, my friend. And congratulations. And that's awesome. Way to go, my friend. I hope you can get some more silver for your stack. All right. Okay. Brad Wheeler with this. Let's see here. He says, I add a little to my savings stack every paycheck, and over the years it all adds up. Hopefully I can continue to save without selling. When I started stacking, all the precious metals were low in price compared to now. So even though I stacked to save, it's comforting to see the metals go up in price over the years, showing signs of an investment. Thanks again for all the amazing videos that help guide us in the wild and craziness of stacking PMs. Well, thank you, Brad. I'm honored and humbled, and I appreciate you being here and taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot for sure. And Mark Razor says, Sal, do you think the GSR is dead? I do no longer think about it. Well, I think about it, but I think it's less. It should be used less and less to value what silver should be. In other words, it should not be a gauge. You know what I mean? It should not be a gauge as to what silver's price should be at this point, because they have separated, and we're seeing that with the widening ratio. It's regularly above 90. In fact, it's been 100. It's been over 100 for long enough now that could become the new normal. And so I think it's less and less of a gauge at this point. But I don't think it's totally dead yet. And let me tell you why, Mark Razor. And thank you again for the super chat. Because if the central banks start to liquidate some of their gold holdings, then we're going to get back to a, quote, normal gold market. And I think that is where the gold to silver ratio may come closer to line. However, with that being said, silver is seen more and more as a commodity, as an industrial metal, than as a precious metal and treasure like gold is. And that is only getting worse if you look at it that way. But so yeah, that's my feeling. So it's sort of a nuanced view, but I look at it much less in terms of rating where the price should be as a gauge. I hope that makes sense. All right. All right, but thank you. Let's see here. And so I agree with you that it really should not be used to think about when the price should be. Kookaburra Man, let's go silver. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. And Danny Zundorf says, might have to add a tube or two of silver coins to the collection this week. Maybe some from Australia. All right, there you go. Good morning, Sal. Thank you, Rusty, for watching this the other morning. Thank you. The add-in says here, thank you for the gifted membership. Yes, somebody did a gift membership. May have been Tony Erickson. I'm not sure, but very kind of them to do that. As we cruise our way through. Snakebite says here, great point. I have cost averaged over the years. I have a lot, and have had a lot of fun. Got educated along the way with channels like yours. Thanks, Al. Well, thank you, Snakebite. I'm honored and humbled, and I appreciate you for being a faithful viewer. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. Very good. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Groceries are way up. Yes, indeed. Expensive. Things are expensive these days. Okay, we've got this. Do you still have it? How much would you take? Ask Microshaft on this coin. I still have it, and I'm going to keep it. It's my only... Oh, in the slab. Yeah, in the slab. Gonna probably keep that one. And got it from under spot, and it's graded. A perfect 2020 Libertad. Yes, indeed. But thank you for asking. I'll probably hold on to that sucker. Probably would do very well on it now, but anyways. Let's see here. We've got D-Man Biggie. Says the thing keeping potential future stackers from coming on board is initial loss upon purchase, be it either from the high premium at the LCS or the additional 3% fees from using their debit cards for online purchases. Can't hardly blame them. Yes, but that's where they need to have patience and perseverance. Time is your friend in that regard. Hold on to it. Yes, indeed. Because if that was the case, you would never buy a new car. Because every time you pull a new car out of the parking lot or the dealer lot, it goes down immediately. And you got taxes on top of those with the automobile. So there it is. All right. Welcome, Ray Gilgrath. Good to see you. P. Ryan Limerick on this video from this afternoon says, to measure success in stacking silver, look at official inflation over the past 3 years, just above 15%, but real dollar cost inflation for goods is north of 60% in some instances. And you thought only silver was manipulated. Silver is up 40%, lagging gold up 70%. Success will be when silver catches up in the next year. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes. And a lot of different measures out there, and you have to look at for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Ray, who is with us tonight, Ray Gilgrath, appreciate you coming into a live tonight, and I appreciate you watching this video, by the way. If you buy silver right, it's better than any savings gold. It's higher. Can have 100-ounce silver or one. Yes. It is better. It's better than any savings, for sure. You're right. Exactly. And let's see here. Ray Gilgrath, thank you very, very much. All right. Yeah, Red Crawler did get the car. Yes, did finally get the car. And was kind of had to buy it sooner than I thought because of other situations. Finance that sucker out. But yes. Let's see here. And Ride Player Pete says, oh, $40. Yes, $40. Yeah, kind of exciting. Bill 457, if I can do it, anyone can. It's not hard. Just buy it and hold. And to it, I've had silver from 10 years ago in my stack. There you go. Exactly. And tell you what, I bet you Bill 457 is really happy with that 10-year-old silver in his stack right now. Think about it. 10 years ago was 2015. The price was a lot lower back then, even adjusted for inflation. So that's a smart buy. Smart equals buy, says Landshark. Yes, indeed. There you go. Laurie Smith, appreciate her checking out the videos and being here. I don't know if she's still here or not. We thanks Laurie Smith for popping in. And let's see. It says, start early in life, buying silver, and hold on through the ups and downs. Exactly right. Amen. It's the best way to do it if you can. But there's never too late to really start stacking. That's right. If I made salivate metal bars, I know I'd be buying one. Oh, man. Well, thank you. I don't know if I'd have to find a way to make that happen. But, yeah. Got the rounds, the 2-ounce rounds, but if I was to do a bar, what would I get? Would I do a 5-ouncer, or I'm not sure. Maybe a 5-ounce chunky one. I'm not sure. All right. All right, very good. Let's see here. Carrie Taryn says, I buy silver to keep my money from losing its value. I work very hard to make my money. I don't want it going to turn into nothing. Exactly right. Amen. That's exactly right. Jerry the Jester, 37.1 gold to silver ratio from that mine. All right. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty wild to see that from that mine and how off balance it can be from the actual overall. mining ratio, which is about 7 to 1. Anonymous Stacker. Granted, it's not the subject of Sal's video, but I did learn why my aluminum stock is skyrocketing. Trump tariff on foreign aluminum. All right, there you go. Yes. Thank you, Anonymous Stacker. All right, Lori Smith is still here. That's awesome. Appreciate it. And very good. And let's see here. Do you have T-shirts we can buy? Yes. Yeah, there is. And I haven't kept up with the, there is a merchandise link. I don't even know how to get into the account anymore. But I think they're still available. But I don't know if I can necessarily vouch for, you know, I mean, but yeah, people bought them in the past, but very few people bought them. So I don't really mess around with the merchandise stuff anymore. But anyways, let's see here. All right. Roller skating SAG actor. The other day I purchased a gold quarter-ounce proof, U.S. Mint. Then visited my local dealer and she told me that she has an MS70 proof. Well, that'd be a PF70 quarter ounce for over 200 less. So when this arrives, I'm going right back to the mint. And let's see here. Okay. All right. And well, roller skating SAG actor. I don't think the U.S. Mint will take something that wasn't bought directly from them, especially if it's slabbed. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're going to, okay, you bought a gold proof from the mint, and you're going to send it back because you could find it in an MS70 for less. That makes sense. Smart move. Now I get what you're saying. That's a smart move. All right. My tiny ownership of gold has doubled in value. There you go. That's empowering, is it not? Way to go. That's awesome. Chuckle says that the bulk of my stacking between 2005 and 2010. Been doing a small amount of cost averaging since then. Fun hobby and couldn't be happy with the value of my stack. Got my first Libertad yesterday. Congratulations, Chuckles. That's awesome. I think Chuckles was in here earlier. That's great. For sure. All right. Let's see what we've got here. We'll do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets again. It is getting a little bit late here. Whoa, my goodness gracious, it's getting really late. Let's do one more. As of today, I have 200 ounces of mixed silver bullion, 90%, 92.5. I started stacking in 2022 when silver was around $24 and going down to 19, and I kept going up. I do want to sell my 925. I have 60 ounces of it, not sure the best way to go about it. Any suggestions? All the ideas welcome. Well, you could check your local coin shop. You're definitely going to get probably back a spot for it. A lot of people have been selling silver too, so but otherwise you could try to sell peer-to-peer. Just be careful doing that. That may be one way to be able to do it and maximize your profits if you sell it through a peer-to-peer transaction online. So yes, indeed. Definitely one way to do it. Let's see here. All right. Well, very good, folks. Let's take a look at the markets here one more time. And by the way, if you could do me a favor, I guarantee you over 3/4 of you that are here watching have not seen my video from this evening. The need to be smart about stacking silver is more important than ever. I hope you will check this video out. Please check this video out if you haven't done so already. Maybe share it on other platforms. YouTube, for some reason, is not getting this pushed out, so a lot of people don't know about it. Videos like this, I think, are some of my best content, but whenever I do them, for some reason, it doesn't get out there. So if you could check this video out, I'd appreciate it. The markets, indeed, are up, but only slightly now for silver. It's up only a cent right now, $32.09. Gold is up $5.70. Platinum and palladium are down. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, and hope you will check that video out. Just go to my channel page. It's the most recent one right here. Check it out. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.